From the news team that stands for you, this is CBS Local 2 News this morning.
Good morning. Today is Thursday, November 3rd. I'm Jennifer Daniels.
And I'm Tom Tucker. Thanks for joining us.
December 3rd.
We continue our coverage this morning of the mass shooting in San Bernardino, and here's what we know at this hour. It happened just after around 11 o'clock yesterday morning when shooters targeted a San Bernardino County Public Health Department luncheon being held inside a conference center at the Inland Regional Center in San Bernardino.
14 people are confirmed dead and as many as 17 others injured. 2 suspects were killed during a shootout with police.
Now, one of those suspects is identified as 28-year-old U.S.-born Syed Farouk, who has worked as an inspector for the county health department for the past 5 years. The other shooter was his wife, 27-year-old Tashfeen Malik.
Of course, CBS Local 2 has been following this all night long. Laura Yanez is live at the command center in San Bernardino. Good morning, Laura.
Good morning. Now investigators trying to figure out what the motive was behind that mass shooting at the Inland Regional Center. Was it work related, maybe a work confrontation, or was it terrorism? Now today is all about heartbreak for families, but investigators trying to find answers. Here's what we know about one of the suspects, Farouk. He was an inspector for the San Bernardino County Public Health Department, where he worked for the past 5 years. Now at a news conference just after 10 o'clock last night, the San Bernardino chief of police confirmed there were only 2 shooters in yesterday's deadly attack. Now, we had heard about that third alleged suspect. Well, police did question a man that was spotted running from where the 2 suspects were shot and killed in a gunfight with police. But now police believe that third suspect was actually not involved. Authorities have revealed the identities of the 2 suspects they believe are responsible for the mass shooting at Inland Regional Center. The pair identified as 28-year-old Syed Rizwan Farouk and his wife, 27-year-old Tashfeen Malik. The 2 fled the scene of the massacre in a black SUV. Both suspects died in a gun battle with police just 2 miles away from the shooting. Inside the SUV, investigators found assault rifles and semi-automatic handguns.
Based upon what we have seen and based upon how they were equipped, there had to have been some degree of planning that went into this.
Officials say Farouk, an environmental specialist for San Bernardino County, left a holiday party held for workers at the center in anger, then returned a short time later with Malik, dressed in assault-style clothing and armed with guns.
I was just numb. I was just in disbelief. I called my kids and said, if something happens to me, there's a shooting here, just be safe.
Appearing with local Muslim leaders, Farouk's brother-in-law condemned the attacks and expressed his remorse.
I am very sad, like deeply sad and shocked that something like this happened.
As the investigation continues to unfold, authorities have not ruled out terrorism as a motive.
It is a possibility, but we don't know that yet, and we're not willing to go down that road yet.
Now, police believe the public threat of violence is over when it comes to this shooting and this incident, but they are still on alert and again searching for what this motive was. And again, many families pouring out their hearts, very upset, a community trying to band together as to why this happened. And you can see both on social media, people posting hashtag pray for San Bernardino. Live here in San Bernardino, I'm Laura Yanez. Back to you.
All right, Laura, thanks a lot for that report this morning. We appreciate it.
Well, the brother-in-law of shooting suspect Syed Farouk spoke last night at a news conference held by the Council on Islamic Relations. Farhad Khan is married to Farouk's sister.
I have no idea why would he do that. Why would he do something like this? I have absolutely no idea. I'm in shock myself.
Because we don't know the motives. Is it work, rage related? Is it mental illness? Is it extreme ideology? At this point, it's really unknown to us, and it's too soon for us to speculate.
Authorities say before their shooting rampage, the 2 suspects dropped their 6-month-old daughter off with Farouk's mother at their house in Redlands, telling her one of them had a doctor's appointment. Farouk was a U.S. citizen born in Illinois. His parents immigrated to the United States from Southeast Asia.
We're getting a first-hand look at what was happening inside the Inland Regional Center as people were evacuating moments after the shooting.
Try to relax, everyone. Try to relax. I'll take a bullet before you do. That's for damn sure. Just be cool, okay?
Now in the video, you can see an officer leading the group to safety, and yes, he did say, "I'll take a bullet before you do." Gabby Flores is an employee who was inside the building where the San Bernardino shooting took place. She shared this video on YouTube.
2 area hospitals dealt with an influx of people who had been wounded during the attack. 5 of the 17 victims were taken to Loma Linda University Medical Center, which itself was on lockdown at one point because of a bomb threat.
We remain on heightened alert just as a precaution to ensure the safety of our patients and staff. We're always prepared to handle the worst of the worst injuries like today, just like any other day.
2 of the shooting victims are listed as critical condition. No word this morning on the condition of the police officer injured in the shootout with the suspects. Authorities have said the officer's injuries are not considered life-threatening.
Political leaders are weighing in on the mass shooting in San Bernardino, most offering thoughts and prayers and some with a call to action.
Local Congressman Dr. Raul Ruiz issued a statement reading in part, "I am heartbroken to hear yet of another mass shooting that took the lives of innocent people and left many others wounded in the neighboring community of San Bernardino. These cold-blooded acts of violence in our nation have to stop. I offer all my support to our law enforcement and first responders who are caring for the survivors."
Governor Jerry Brown released a statement shortly after the shooting happened saying, quote, "Our thoughts and prayers are with the victims' families and everyone affected by the brutal attack. California will spare no effort in bringing these killers to justice." The governor also canceled the tree lighting ceremony at the state capitol that was scheduled for last night and ordered state flags to be lowered to half-staff to honor the victims and their families.
Senator Dianne Feinstein also released a statement saying, "Each time I see breaking news of yet another mass shooting, I feel it in the pit of my stomach. Congress cannot stop every shooting, but we can help reduce their frequency. I remain hopeful that enough of my colleagues will join me to make that a reality."
And Senator Barbara Boxer and President Obama called for action.
It's heartbreaking to see another mass shooting in this great country. In my beautiful state, innocent people, children, looks like a war zone. And it's not enough to keep lamenting these things. We have to take action.
The one thing we do know is that we have a pattern now of mass shootings in this country that has no parallel anywhere else in the world. And there's some steps we could take, not to eliminate every one of these mass shootings, but to improve the odds that they don't happen as frequently. Common sense gun safety laws, stronger background checks, and for those who are concerned about terrorism, some may be aware of the fact that we have a no-fly list where people can't get on planes, but those same people who we don't allow to fly could go into a store right now in the United States and buy a firearm, and there's nothing that we can do to stop them. That's a law that needs to be changed.
Livestream Blood Bank is urging local residents to donate blood. In the wake of this massacre, they are asking donors to go to Riverside, Ontario, High Desert, or La Quinta centers to help. The La Quinta Donor Center is located on Corporate Center Drive.
Stay with CBS Local 2 on air and always online at cbslocal2.com as we continue our coverage of the mass shooting in San Bernardino.